guys. God bless.
Why do you need to die?
They call me Lake. Detective Lake. Private Eye. Well, at least that's what the laminated paper diploma says that I got back when I took the quick 2-day junior detective class back after I was inebriated in college and it was a big football play game and we lost and anyway, that's not the point. I come to my first case. A murdered billionaire. Daniel Monopoly. He was found by his wife and he was laying in a big pile of money.
As I showed up to the scene, everything seemed normal. Well, as normal as it could be for a murder. They had the sad best friend, Jack Richmond, who appeared on the scene at random. The wife, Jennifer, known for her promiscuous ways and many scandals over the years, in which the media called her a gold-digging playmate, only married for the money and the fame. She seemed to be milking up sobbing as if it were going for an Academy Award. Or maybe it was just because her husband had just died. Mr. Monopoly, suspiciously placed. Maybe he could have ended it himself. And with his wife partying around, he was never a happy man.
It seemed quite obvious how this case was going to go. I had all the suspects who were all crying and grieving in many different ways, and then I had the clues. The rum bottle, the money, and the house. There's no way this case was going to get away from me. Detective Lake.
No. Yes, I clean. I clean. I clean. Yes, I clean.
Oh yeah, there's the housekeeper. She had given him the drink that was drunk by the victim earlier, clearly making her a good housekeeper. Or even a suspect.
I'm so sorry for the loss of your husband.
I just hope you can bring the killer to justice.
I'm sure that with my expertise, I'll be able to.
With him looking down on me, his company will be in great hands.
This is Jennifer Monopoly. She was the last person to see him and be with him when he was alive. But was she the only person? I'll have to keep her in mind.
Spending all of this money would just remind me of how much he loved me.
Why would she mention all the money when she's in grieving? An interesting clue.
I just hope you bring the killer to justice.
I'm sorry to hear about your best friend.
Knew him since 3rd grade.
Jack Richmond, his best friend, his partner. Strangely, right after the signing of their big $1 trillion contract, he dies. Interesting. Seems like the perfect candidate to be the murderer. We'll keep him in mind. It's okay, he's in a better place now.
Since I signed this contract and I'm all on my own, I hope I can make as big as a difference as he did.
I'm sure that you will. Hey, this is a nice tie.
Out of when we were younger.
It was strange that he over-dramatized that crying. Very interesting. I'll keep that in mind as a clue. He was holding this money when he died. Could be an interesting clue. Fingerprints. It's got an interesting smell. He must have kissed it. I think I'm hot on the trail. I need to interview my suspects.
My first line of duty, interview the suspects to find out what they know. Delicious.
So, how long have you and Mr. Monopoly been married?
13 long years.
Now tell me about the last time you saw him.
The night he died, I left him to go freshen up in the bathroom. It was date night.
And what happened on the trip to the bathroom?
When I got up to leave, Consuela came in to make everyone drinks. And as I was walking to the bathroom, Jack was at the door. He said he needed to talk to Daniel about some business, so I let him in. And I came back in 10 minutes, and Daniel was laying on the floor dead. I just miss him so much.
Now, what did you do to freshen up in the bathroom?
You know, the basics. I put on makeup, I fixed my hair, brushed my teeth.
And how was your reaction when he died?
Well, you see it yourself. I was devastated.
And what do you think happened?
I don't know. Maybe Consuela did something, or even Jack. Like, they had just signed a multi-trillion contract that would make them rich beyond their wildest dreams.
So why would you think somebody would do this?
I don't know. Daniel was such a good person. Like, he gave charity, he volunteered. I just miss him so much.
Interesting thoughts. Lots to ponder over.
The key suspect, Jack, the BFF.
So how long have you known Mr. Monopoly?
About 30 years.
And tell me about the day he died.
Well, Jennifer let me in, and I started walking towards the kitchen and dining room, and I found him laying on the floor.
Then why did you leave the room after that?
Because I felt so overwhelmed, and I knew that since the cops would be called, and if I was caught in that room, they would automatically blame me.
Now, do you think Mrs. Monopoly is in danger? Thinking that now her half of the money is a big target?
Well, I hope not.
You just hope not?
Hope not, because she's my friend's wife.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
There did come a time to ask the key witnesses, and who better to ask than the victim himself.
So who killed you? Silent treatment, eh? You know something we don't? Maybe he's the suspect. Come on, you gotta answer. Who killed you?
Acne.
The only other option for witness/suspect was Consuela, the housekeeper. She does keep an eye on all the security footage, which was missing. And the only three who can access it are the victim, the wife, and Consuela.
Me too.
No. You are clean.
I wonder if that money was also for taking. No matter. I have plenty for spending. I mean, evidence.
So how long have you been working for the Monopoly family?
I cleaned for 10 years.
So what do you know about this murder?
I see everything. I see.
So you know what happened? Could you tell us what happened?
See. What happened today was...
What's going on? Somebody turn the lights back on. Oh my gosh. What happened? Somebody get some help. This tie. I've seen this tie before. This case just went in a whole new direction.
I'd recognize the tie that Jack was wearing at the funeral. Suspicious.
So we may have solved the mystery to Mr. Monopoly's death, and I think the The murderer is you.
But I didn't do it.
Also earlier today, the housekeeper Consuelo was found murdered, and the weapon used to strangle her was your tie.
But Jennifer took this after
After what?
we did the Dirty McNasty.
You guys did that quickly after her husband died?
It's been going on for 14 years.
14? Haven't they only been married 13?
They dated a year before.
This mystery just took a different turn. I think that turn is heading towards Mrs. Monopoly. So I think I know who the murderer is. I just need to be able to get an interview with her. Speak of the devil. Hello, this is Detective Lake.
Hello, Detective Lake. I just wanted to invite you over and personally thank you for all this help on this case.
Oh, yeah, that's just wonderful. I was just hoping to be able to come over and talk to you sometime soon.
Well, you can come right on over.
Okay, good. I'll be over soon.
Okay, see you then. Bye. Bye.
I think I finally got this case in the bag.
Okay. Inspector Lake, please sit down.
Thank you for following me over, Jennifer.
I just needed to know that you locked that bad man who killed my husband away.
Yeah, we don't think it's a man.
Was it Consuela?
Consuela's dead.
When did she die?
I think you know.
Are you insinuating something?
I'm pretty sure you killed Consuela, along with your husband.
And how would I have done that?
Poison.
And Consuela?
Strangled. By Jack's tie.
And you think I did it?
Jack said that you were the last person to take his tie after you had your little rendezvous upstairs.
And you don't think he's lying?
No, I don't.
Framing him would be far too easy. Killing my husband was too. Pouring the poison into his drink. Consuela came in just a little too early. So she had to go.
You know you're going to jail now, right?
You don't have enough evidence to pinpoint this on me.
I've been recording this whole conversation. Have a nice life in prison, Mrs. Monopoly. Lights out, biatch.
Well, this case was over. I had prevailed and overcome all the odds, and brought justice. Now to go on and find my next case.